Hello folks, and it's JDporkchop, and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program 1.1. In the last episode, I managed to plow my plane into a concrete barrier, which was impressive. I have since gone and redone that mission and managed to collect the science and stuff. So today we can move on to something new. And I think it's about time we went back into space, and more importantly, went back to the moon. I think we're going to attempt a moon landing today, but not your conventional moon landing. We're going to send a probe. So I think that this is going to be the easiest way to kind of land on the moon the first time around, mostly because you don't have to come back again. You can send it. Well, I suppose you don't really have to come back with Kerbals, but it's a bit wasteful to just continuously retrain the little buggers. So we can send this to the moon, and once it gets there, send back some data. We're gonna fit an antenna to this, and that should be it. You know, we can just leave it there. Also, if it crashes into the surface, it doesn't really matter. So we're just gonna quickly throw together a reasonably simple probe. It's nothing fancy. We're going to stick a couple of science experiments on it, and most importantly, we're going to stick this on the top. There we go. Packet size, electricity. Yeah, this is the one thing we have to make sure we remember those. We need to take some batteries with us. So we'll take plenty of battery power, and then on top of that, oh no, do we actually have we got? I think we have solar panels yet, do we? That's that out. Oh well, we just have to make sure we take enough power with us in batteries, but we won't be able to refill them once we get there, so we just have to take lots. So that'll do. That's plenty. Right, what else do we need on this thing? So we'll take a couple of basic science experiments. We'll take some of these, and we'll take some of these. There we go. I don't want to take this because it weighs quite a lot. We'll take it when we have unlock some slightly bigger stuff. Right, do we need any of this? We're not coming back, so we don't need parachutes. We've fitted landing struts. Just quickly check we have everything. I think this should be enough fuel and power to get us down. We just sort of kind of drift down and then make a deacceleration burn right at the end. Okay, now I have a sub-assembly here, which is basically just the bottom part of the Moonbeam rocket that we sent 2 episodes ago. So just so you can kind of get the idea of this thing. So you've seen this rocket before. I just ripped it off the bottom and stick it on this. So that should do. My antenna's wonky. Is it Alt? It's no. What's the button that kind of clicks it straight into place? Is it Shift? Oh well. That'll do. I don't think it really matters if it's wonky. It's about as straight as I'm going to get it. So, we shall name this, now I've got to try and think of something witty and I'm going to struggle, so we might just go with something as boring as Moon Probe. Just dirty thoughts running through my head now, but we'll keep it clean. So we will save that, and I think that's everything. The only thing I'm worried about is that we'll use up all this battery power before we get there, but we will see. Might just add a few more extra batteries actually, but what I'll do is I'll add it onto this bit so we're not taking them down with us. So hopefully we'll kind of like use these batteries up first. If not, I can always kind of transfer power around. Alright, so we'll just add on a few more when we get obviously when we unlock solar panels, which should be very soon. We don't need to worry about this. Right, one last patch. There we go. Right, that's absolute mountains of them. We're never going to run out. So, save, launch. And hopefully this should be quite a fast takeoff because it's quite a lot lighter than it normally would be. Because normally it'd have like a a capsule with turbines and stuff in it. What I will do though is close that. There we go. Right, throttle to max. Turn on the. Uh-oh. I think we've already hit a problem. Why is it not working? Let's try again. Looks like we can't use SAS. Well, that should be fine. Okay, so throttle to max, and yeah. Close that aerial because it'll get snapped off while we're in flight. I'm so used to using mods, I'm not quite sure how the probes work in vanilla. Because the way I normally play it is that you have to have a connection. So I use, what's the satellite one called? There's a mod where you have to kind of have line of sight. You can't, so you have to build a satellite network, and all the probes have to, there's a time delay when you get to the far out planets and stuff. I can't remember the name of it right now, but we seem to be fine. Going a little too fast, maybe. It's spinning slightly. That's just because of the lack of SAS. Normally the SAS would cut that out. It's making me feel dizzy. Anyway, guys, I will just kind of skip ahead now, get us up into orbit. Once we're in orbit, I'll cut back in. But you've seen like so many takeoffs, it's not very particularly interesting. Although it might just about get interesting in a second, because I can't see it pull up. Pull up! Pull up! My orbit is going to be really wonky. Anyway, should be alright. Right, see you in 2 minutes, guys. So, can I just say that flying with SAS is like really difficult. It's not a lot of fun at all. So I went and looked it up. It turns out they've changed it as of 0.9. That the SAS has to be built into the probe, and because we're using the lowest tier of probe, it doesn't have it fitted. So for a bit of fun, I suggest you go and build a rocket. Don't fit any SAS to it. Have this probe head and take it for a spin. Try and just get it into orbit. It is it's interesting. So anyway, we made it into orbit. I'm just waiting for the moon to kind of rise on the horizon, and we can start our burn out to the moon. And then that should be it, really. Exciting, exciting. So guys, I'm going to probably fast forward this bit or skip it, one or the other, and leave you guys, come back to you guys when we're in orbit, or at least kind of on the way towards the moon. You've seen this before. We've done this quite a couple of times now. It's not particularly exciting. Watching me crash into the surface of the moon is hopefully what you're hoping for, and I'm sure I'll be happy to oblige soon enough. Alright guys, I made the burnout to the moon's orbit, so hopefully we'll intersect or capture, or whatever it's called. I've had like 2 hours sleep, so I'm kind of not my usual brain working self. I forgot to mention that I picked up a contract before we did this. Transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of the moon. So simple enough. It pays quite well. I think it pays out like 30,000 credits, and some reputation and some science. So it just seemed like this was maybe the logical choice while we try and unlock more stuff and get a little bit better. This, we will eventually go back to this when I have a pilot that is trained high enough to do it. But right now, I mean, we tried and I just can't see a way of doing it. Might put a space station up next. That might be a plan. And then we can just sit a pilot up in space, just gathering LP. Not LP. You know what I mean. Anyway, we have interjection with the moon into something. Yeah. We are going to land. So that looks pretty much like we're going to just rocket straight into the side of the moon, which I'm fine with. The only thing that bugs me slightly is on the dark side. And landing in the dark is not a fun task, especially considering I don't have any lights fitted to the ship. So, is it worth expending a little bit of fuel? How much do we have? We have that, and then we have that, which should be enough. Just seems like for the expense of a tiny little bit of fuel, we could just move our orbit slightly and land on the light side. Which I think that's what we'll do. So, how we're gonna... Oh, so we need to burn this way? Maybe? I'm just gonna use up a load of fuel and not achieve anything here, aren't I? Yeah, pretty much. Well, here we go. Burning here. Okay, there we go. So what we'll do is when we get past the periapsis, we'll then slow it back down again, and that'll bring us plonk right about here. Try and aim for that crater. But yeah, aim for, I don't know, somewhere around here. I think that's the plan. Okie dokie. So we'll just fast forward a little bit. Hold on. For anything else, F5. There we go. Otherwise I'll mistime it and go shooting off into space. Which I haven't done in a while, actually. Well, you know you're doing well when you put one of your Kerbals in orbit around the sun. Right, so about there, and then if we kind of burn it, like, you know what I mean? Reduce speed. See what I mean about trying to fly it with no SAS? It's just... Every time you take your hand off the controls to... Oh, what's it doing? I think it's doing something. Whoa. Okay, that's that bit done. So let's just check. We didn't need to take all these extra batteries, by the way. If you go up here and look, like we have, the majority of our power is still good. So is it these ones that are emptied? Yes, just dump these. And now we're just this bit. And that's going to stay in orbit of the moon for eternity. You know, weird orbit, but hey ho. Right. Now. Whoa. So I mean about it just being all over the place. You turn the cap blocks on, try and get what do you call it? Like the fine tuning settings. Because obviously every time you press a button, the oversteer is just absolutely huge. But even that is still not easy. So I think this is the last time we're ever going to use one of these probes because they're crap. Ooh, we've unlocked something. Ah, we're suborbital. Basically means we're going to land, I guess. Right, so we'll continue to drop it down. Try and land somewhere on the kind of equator. Try and find somewhere reasonably flat. You know, you land in one of these huge big craters, it could be an issue. Which, if we go there, is exactly where we'll land, because by the time we get there, the moon will have rotated slightly. So, well, we'll see. Hang on. Oh no, we should be fine. So, but also we're going to do correctional burns as we come down to slow our speed, so we'll probably end up landing somewhere kind of here-ish. Just around there. Right, we are getting kind of low. Let's see. How good are we? Oh, we're going to land. It's going to be awesome. Right, F5, so I can redo this when I bugger up and we go into the side of the planet. Right. Open up our landing gear. Okie dokie. I really, this is when you kind of realize, like, I wish I had SAS. I know I've said that like 4 times now, but it's not easy. Why are the feet kind of sticking out funny? That makes me nervous. Oh, excuse me. So I'm in about 3 hours sleep. Oh, it's not good. Up all night playing, what's it called? Stellaris. I just bought that. It's a fantastic game, by the way. Anybody who likes strategy, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Total War games, and the Warhammer one comes out. I think it's already out actually, but I am skint. I haven't got any money, so no way I'll be getting that. Not this month anyway. But yeah, if you like any kind of strategy, it reminds me more than anything else of a game called Sins of a Solar Empire. It's very much that kind of 4 times. It's good. I definitely recommend it if you like strategy games. Whoa. So I was up all night playing that. Try to conquer the universe. It's just anything space related. I just love space games. I know I said in the monthly review we were going to do some Star Citizen stuff, and I filmed it all. I just have to go and like edit it and put in the commentary. So hopefully I should get that out in the next couple of days. Once again, there hasn't been a massive amount of content coming from me because work, but hopefully I'm definitely going to get at least 2 videos done today, and then another one. Right, there we go. So we're going straight down now. Killed all the kind of lateral velocity. Now all we need to do is... Whoa! That's what's going to happen. I'm going to just press the wrong button right as we come in and land on my side. I suppose it doesn't really matter if I land on my side. We're not taking off again. Right, if I just... That's all I've got to do is just keep it there. So there we go. Try and kill that spin. Perfect. $5,000 meters. Look at this! We're gonna land on the moon! How cool is this? They've definitely updated the surface since the last time I played this. I bet they haven't. I just probably think I have. I haven't landed on the moon in ages, actually. Whoa, we need to slow down. Whoa, we need to... See, I knew it! Oh, this is crazy. We've got way too much. Ah! Ah! Well, I landed. It was a little bit kind of nuts at the end, but yeah, we've landed on our side. It doesn't really matter. I can't think of any particular reason why we need to take off again with this. It's probably not got much, a little bit of fuel left. But even with that much fuel, we'd struggle to get it back into orbit. I think so, anyway. So, and we'll have unlocked milestone. We've landed on the surface. So there we go. Haven't put a Kerbal on the surface yet, but that's coming. It's going to be in the future. So we'll log some temperature and send that. See how much electricity we have. done. There we go. Then we can take a goo reading. And we'll send that. Sadly, we're only going to get 12 out of a possible 40. But when we land here again, we hopefully will be able to, like with Kerbals, we'll be able to get more data. Unprobable, yeah, that's okay. Alright, there we go. Still got a little bit of power left, so I think what we'll do is, if we can, let's go get us 1 science. There's no point in that. Is there anything else we can do? I think that's it pretty much for science. Makes me sad. But we have done it. We've made it to the moon. We've landed on our side, but like I said, I'm calling this a success. We came here just to get some science and to prove that we can actually get here. So the next step, the next logical step, is a manned landing. We have all the bits now. We have all the equipment. We've got landing feet and all the bits and bobs. Probably need to build a bigger rocket, so we have plenty of fuel to get there and back. But I think that's definitely possible. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to just end flight, and that probe will sadly have to just die there. It'll run out of electricity eventually. And we will go to Astronaut Complex. No, we're not. Wrong one. Science. Do we have enough science? We have 64, which should be enough to unlock one of these. No. So just this. This is the only thing we can unlock. Is it worth doing? Structural fuselage. It might be. I really want to kind of hang on so I can get some of this better stuff. But we do have the big rocket parts, so if we get that, we can use these bits to kind of make it all a bit more streamlined. And those are quite handy as well, actually. And those. And I can make better planes. Well, we're going to have to unlock it anyway, so let's just do it, and then we'll get... what does that unlock for us? Oh, nose cones and stuff, and the what do you call it? Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. The to put round probes and stuff that you stick on the top. That's what that is. So yeah, okay. So next things next, we'll be building a rocket to go to the moon, and then go to the moon. Hopefully, and we'll probably pick this up again in the next episode, guys. This one's been a little bit short. I haven't looked at the recording to see what time we're on at, but I have a feeling it's a little short. I apologise, but this is just a sort of kind of little filler one in between now and landing on the moon. And I think that's what we'll aim for in the next one. So I hope you've enjoyed this slightly shorter than usual episode. I've been JDporkchop. You've been watching Kerbal Space Program 1.1. If you've enjoyed it so far, like and a subscribe would be really appreciated. Any comments about any questions or things you'd like to see me do in the future, feel free to drop them down below. And I will catch you all later, guys.